So if we just start with you, just kind of just telling us a little bit about your space and what you do.
Yeah.
So me and Kate kind of founded Your Space about 2.5 years ago now. Started with our education in property investment. So we've been through years of education with like the legacy, they're called Asset Academy now, aren't they?
Yeah.
We're properly trained how to do it and set up our rentals company, our investment company, our sourcing company, and now more recently our development company as well.
And when was that? Sorry, when was it all set up?
It was.
We started like 2.5 years ago.
July
with the investment.
2017.
Yeah.
Yeah, July 2017, I think, with the investment side of things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And is it just based, whereabouts are you based? Where do you kind of work? Is it just based in the Derby area, or do you kind of look at other regions as well?
No, so we do professional lets in Derby, so like your HMOs, your studios, and then the North East Lincolnshire, so like Grimsby, Cleethorpes area, is a brilliant area for buy-to-lets.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of rentals up there with sort of families in.
Yeah. And are you looking at going to other regions?
Yeah, we'll look to go in different areas. It depends really where we get the best returns and where the need is. So obviously with things changing next year with Brexit, in different areas will perform differently. So, and different requirements and needs. So we'll move with what the market does as well.
Yeah.
And what's happening with like Brexit, and there's all different factors, isn't there? So
yeah, totally.
Sort of where the HS2 is going, that's a big factor.
Yeah.
So we'll and obviously with COVID as well, that's led us to do more down the studio routes rather than the HMOs sort of. So people can self-isolate. So everything, any factor really affects property investing and housing market. So we're just moving with what happens.
As the market moves. Yeah. Brilliant. And just obviously you're quite a new client to PMJ, but if you could just kind of explain how PMJ supported you recently, that'd be great.
Yeah, so we met PMJ on not our last deal, our deal before, through somebody that we know, and she's a broker, and she put us in contact with PMJ. So they've recently done our it was a residential house, wasn't it, to 5 studios and 1 HMO room, with a working hub as well in Derby for professionals, and just straight away really got on. It was Lee who was our contact. We found previously we've worked with some other bridging companies, and you get put through to like call centres, or you can't get hold of anybody.
Yeah.
And straight away, I think it was the day after me and Lee were put in contact, he was on the phone. He was like, I just want to introduce myself, pick up the phone anytime. So they did that deal for us. And then they did a conversion that we're doing in Grimsby at the minute. So that's a large residential property to 4 apartments.
Brilliant. And do you think, so how do you think then, obviously you mentioned there it's a little bit different to other bridges where there's a call centre. Is there anything else, obviously you're dealing with a director who's also a decision maker, so that helps. Is there anything else that's different about PMJ, in comparison to other lenders?
Yeah, so we use development finance with them as well, and it's just so much easier. So easier to deal with point of contact. You're not dealing with like a third party asset management company.
Yeah.
They come out to the build, they see it, they understand what's going on. It's a lot easier to deal with when you're trying to do your drawdowns. It doesn't take weeks. So obviously a build it can as you're going through the build, you need money, and you need it when you need it them to be reactive quickly, not waiting like 3 weeks for the money to come in. So it's just really easy to deal with and approachable.
If things change, that's life, isn't it? Like that happens on site, and we're in a situation with PMJ now, whereas we use them as obviously our lender, but because we're recommending them to people who we're doing builds with, they're now working with some of our clients as well, which is brilliant. So we've kind of got that all-round relationship where Lee or David could pick up the phone and speak to us, whether it's a development side or a property side.
So they know what sort of standard products we'll provide and our finish as well. So they'll know what they're getting with the build side of it as well.
Yeah, brilliant.
If you're doing something, just do what you're doing and do it well.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it?
And just do what you say you're going to do, and don't complicate it too much, and make it. people who are investing in property don't have a lot of time, and they need it to be like, the simpler the process can be, the better.
Yeah.
I think people, even if, you know, it is like, we chose PMJ over another company that was cheaper, but the ease of it was what we needed, because time is money. And so you just need it to be like a simple process. If you can get that right, you'll do do well whatever you do. Yeah. But yeah, that's what we like. We specialise in investment properties in the development, and we just trying to make it as easy as possible for people to invest in property and give them as little headache as possible. So we'll literally go all the way through and hand them the keys back with finished property, and they've not really had much to do with it.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.